Hi and welcome to Ignite with Mwangala. With me, Mwangala Chakalashi Santos. It's always exciting, always interesting to be talking to people that I've known for a very long time. Now, my guest for the show today has been in the banking world forever. And guess what? She decided to venture into something that was totally new for her, and that was acting. Today, she's here with us to talk about that journey. And I pray that it's going to inspire you. She is no other than Ketty Khonje. Ketty, hi.
Hi, Mwangala.
Good to have you on Ignite with Mwangala.
I'm excited.
Now, you and I come from a long way. I knew you when you were working in the bank. I was working in the hotel. And before I knew it, you're on TV.
Imagine.
How did you find yourself on TV?
Well, Mwangala, I guess I was at the right place at the right time and meeting with the right persons. I joined the film industry in 2018. 2017, October, I left the bank.
Yeah.
And my young sister, who has been running a catering company for over 15 years, was given a contract at Alliance Francaise to run the restaurant there. So she says to me, look, you're not doing anything, let's do something, let's work together.
Yeah.
So January, she was given the contract, and we started preps for setting out the restaurant, and we started operations in March. So March, Alliance Francaise approached us to say that the Zambia film industry is holding a workshop for actors and actresses in Zambia, and they asked us to put out reasonably priced food and beverages for the actors, because it was a self-sponsored workshop. So that is how I met up with the actors that were in Zuba season 1, some of them. I recognized them from TV. And my background is marketing.
Yeah.
So for me, I started this whole journey as a joke.
Yeah.
I cracked a lot of jokes with them to make them buy more food so we could make money.
Yeah.
So then in the process, I was telling them, I want to be part of the Zura team, and can I please just come in and be a gate man, gate woman? You know, and so one day the two ladies that wrote season 1 and 2 and partly directed, Becky Ngoma and Jessie Cheesy, walked into the restaurant, and one of the actors, I remember it was Gigi, who played a maid in season 1. So she says to me, those are the right people to speak to for what you want to do. So jokingly, I say to them, can we do this? And every day they came till almost the end of 21 days that they were there attending the workshop. I kept joking with them like that. So one day, Becky and Jessie asked me to say, there's something about you. Have you acted before? And I said, no. So they said, would you act? I said, absolutely not.
Okay, that was a far-fetched dream for you. Was it even a dream for you?
Not even. Not at all. Never thought of, never imagined. And so they said, there's something about you. You are a natural actress. I said, how? Natural actress?
Yeah.
Have you done drama? I said, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I said, I've never even had the interest to join the drama club in school.
Yeah.
So they said to me, okay, we might have a role for you. But the role they explained to me was totally different from what I eventually got.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, at the end of the workshop, they obviously dispersed. And one day I got approached by Julian Adams, who was the producer for Zuba season 1 and 2. And he says to me, I got your name from Becky and Jessie. They said to me, see a brown lady with short gold hair, and speak to her. I said, these people. I said to him, Julian, look, I was just joking. This was just a whole joke, so I cannot even act. And he says, look, my office is here. Yeah. I'm not asking you to leave or to come to a far place. So can you just come, we sit down and talk? So I went and I saw him, and then one meeting led to the other. I met with him about 3 times, and he was saying to me, so we want to put you on a list of audition persons. We will be having auditions in such a day, and that is how the audition day came. I was given a script. I was asked to prepare, and I prepared myself. So it was I was given a role to appear in prison, and to be well prepared, even clothing wise. So when I went for the audition, I found Becky, Jesse Julian himself, and Sam. Sam is one of the set directors for Zuba. So the first thing they did is they burst out laughing. And like, why? I said, but you told me to come prepared. Because I walked in ripped jeans with boots, one boot zipped up, one down, a leather jacket, my belt hanging over my shoulder. Yeah. And before going, one of the chefs in the kitchen had given me a cigarette to put behind my ear. Yeah. So and I went in thugging myself, and you know. So they said, oh Lord. So two of them had to leave. So Jesse and Sam auditioned me, brought in the camera, and I started my action. And they were just looking at me, and I thought, what have I done? Yeah. I told these people I have never acted before. Yeah, so it's my fault. Why should I even come and humiliate myself this way? So I had to do 3 scenes there. And then they say to me, okay, come, we're bringing the camera back, come and tell us about yourself. So I went on a blabber, because I was thinking, what should I say about myself? So I started, oh, my name is Ketty. I'm currently running a restaurant with my sister. I have 2 children. I am a divorcee, and blah, 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 all sorts of, I basically gave my personal CV. Yeah. And then Jesse says, okay, well, thank you very much. We just need to ask you a few other questions. Asked me how far I can go. If I was given a kissing scene, I said, oh, I can only peck. Asked me how far I can go with stripping. I said I can put on a spaghetti top and chitenge. So she rated the kissing as 40% and the how far I can strip 50%, and asked me to wait until they got back to in touch with me. So later on, I got feedback saying that I got a role in Zuba. Did you expect it? Did you see it coming? Not at all. I was just doing it for formality, just to satisfy their. All right. Okay, let me just request. Get them off my back. Wow. So, yes, Ketty, since growing up, you've never thought of acting? Not at all. Not even a slight moment? None. The only experience I had with anything to do with film is I went to school in South Africa, the Bishop Babin School. And South African schools, in their curriculum, between English and literature, have film study. And the only thing that has come to memory now is what we learned in those film study topics. Yeah. Camera movement, camera. That is the only experience I've had with film. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. And the only other thing I played a role in Romeo and Juliet and in Hamlet at the school. But you see, that was a compulsory that you had to do. We all had to do it. Play a role. Yes, but obviously those children that were in drama club took up the main roles. So I was basically just somebody in the background, but never ever crossed your mind. Now, Ketty, I know you're so grounded when it comes to the Word of God. Do you think that it was divine that you actually ended up acting? Yes. Or what do you think would have happened there? You know, we cannot control our destiny. And if you are somebody who has given yourself to the Lord, like myself, and seeking the Lord's intervention, seeking the Lord's wisdom, seeking the Lord's face about where your life is going, then what happened to me was the Lord's doing. Yes. I mean, he changed my destiny. Or maybe he didn't even change my destiny. That was my destiny. Yeah, you just didn't know it. I just didn't know it. Yes. Okay. But all he did is he took me through places, through paths that caused me to cross paths with the right persons.
At the right
that
time.
led me to my destiny now.
Oh, wow. I mean, just sitting here with you, I'm thinking, okay, I need to get a role in a film. Because if you can do it, from working in the bank
you can actually.
to film, you know.
Anybody can do anything so long you put your mind to it.
True.
And you also need people that can pat you on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, those 4 people I've mentioned, they believed in me.
Yeah.
That is what we also need.
Exactly.
It's very rare to come across people who believe in you. But Julian, Becky, Jessie, and
they
Sam,
pushed you in the right direction,
they did.
and there you are.
And they told me, you can do it.
Oh, fantastic. So, you know, what I'm learning from your story, you know, when you were sharing this story with me, I think weeks back, I'm thinking, so there's nothing impossible. I mean, when you put your mind to something, or when you leave your life open, you just never know the possibilities. You just never know where you're going. Now let's talk about your love life. I know. I'm watching there. I know in Zuba you play a role of Mwiza. Obviously, we're not going to talk so much on your role in Zuba, but we want to connect with Ketty. Okay, let's talk about your love life. Are you dating? Are you married?
I'm a divorcee, Mwangala, but I have 3 children. Okay. 3 girls. I am not married. I've been alone since 2008. 2008.
Yeah, that's when you divorced.
That's when I separated from my ex-husband.
Okay.
And only got divorced in 2017.
So you've been, okay. So are you, I mean, the men out there must be watching and wondering, looking at this beautiful.
Are they?
and asking questions. Are you dating?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Have you, I mean, you were married for a long time. I know you have kids. Now you're acting. I'm just wondering, have you met your husband after you started your new career? Are you friends?
Yes, we are, because of the children, we have to be friends. Yes.
So he's seen this transformation in his once upon a time beautiful wife, now is on TV.
He laughs about it. I mean, because we're not together, I don't even know the exact feelings.
Okay, that he
had.
has. Okay, and that has nothing to do with you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's his choice.
Oh, great. Now, I want you to share some of the things that people may not know about you.
Well, I'm very friendly, very bubbly.
Yeah.
I'm a person that easily makes friends with people. I'm spiritual.
That's very evident.
I love children. There's that side of me that people don't know. A lot of my close friends and relatives know where I should have ended up is actually running a school. Yeah. Or a daycare center. Because I have a huge connection with children.
Yeah.
Yes. So wow. One of those things.
Okay. So we're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, I want us to talk about how do you strike a balance between acting and your belief, obviously your spirituality. You said you're very spiritual, isn't it? How do you strike a balance between who you are as a person and your spirituality? Because there's always a notion that especially in Africa, particularly Zambia, that she's on TV. Just because you're on TV, there's a lot of perception out there, so negative perception that goes out there. So how do you strike a balance and still remain you? So we will be diving into that when we come back after this short break. We take a short break, and when we come back, we continue talking to Ketty Khonje, who is an actress and has acted in a number of films. Don't go away.
To advertise on this program and enjoy amazing introductory rates, please call us on +260 211 290959 or +260 211 290912 or +260 953 538 000 or send us an email at loyolazam@gmail.com.
Welcome back. If you're joining us now, I am talking to Ketty Khonje, who is an actress and has done a role in Zuba. Now, I know that's a film, that's a movie, that's a series that a lot of us have watched, and she's here with us on Ignite with Mwangala. Before we went on break, we were talking about how you strike a balance. We were talking about church, you're talking about you being a mother. And how do you just find yourself? How do you differentiate between when you're acting, you know that's a job, and you know when you're a church or just in the community? How do you strike a balance?
Mwangala, I must say to you, acting is a job. It's the same as an 8 to 5 job. Okay, so even those of us that are acting, those of us in the film industry, it's just like we are going to work.
Yeah.
The only difference there is we are seen on TV. So we are in the public eye.
Yeah.
And so it's like we live in each and every family's home.
Yeah.
So they feel that they know you, and
exactly.
They feel, you know, it's like you have an open book. But there's a way to balance that and to manage it by having limits with your behavior. And also, speaking of which, you know, it depends on the role you play.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Pastor T.D. Jakes is an actor. He's a pastor and he's also an actor. And he only takes up roles that relate to what his natural work or his day-to-day life is. Now, obviously, fans and viewers are very judgmental of the people that are in the public eye.
Yeah.
I must make mention, I am an armor bearer for my pastor. And imagine they see me and I escort her to a lot of these church meetings and preachings and teachings. And imagine one day they see me carrying her Bible and helping and speaking, and the next thing they see me in a compromising scene. People will judge me, definitely. So how you balance that out is, I guess you have to make a decision on which type of roles to play. Yeah. But then also you're also limiting, and you're also, you know, making your work suffer in a way. It's really challenging and it's very difficult. Yeah. But life goes on.
True. I mean, say that again. Now, I know you're in the public's eye. Everybody, you've just told us that everybody feels that, you know, they know you. Like, you know, they know Ketty's like, I know Ketty. How do you manage temptation? Because I know just because that you are in public side, people think that they can take advantage of you. I don't even know where that idea comes from. How, Ketty, how do you fight temptation? I'm sure sometimes you're tempted as a beautiful woman.
I'm a human being, but the good thing about it is it's come to me at a stage in my life when I'm mature. Yeah. If it came, I see it now that I'm in the industry. What we lack in the film industry in our nation is mentorship. Yeah. There's a gap there. We need to be mentored. Our state of mind needs to be corrected. And even what is happening to you, 1 minute you're not known, then all of a sudden everybody is stopping you for a picture. I mean, as a young person, I can only imagine how difficult it is when you're young and you get exposed to that kind of setup. But I am thankful to God and I'm privileged and confident to say that for me, because it came at a time when I'm mature, I am able to draw the line. Yeah. You know, I'm able to differentiate, you know, and I'm able to take control. True. As well. Yeah, you know that, okay, now this is where, I like that you say that. You know, I was just telling you, I think, you know, when we're having our faces made, you know, that I go to a funeral house
And I get to this funeral house. For me, it's a funeral. You know, you're dressed. It's a funeral, and suddenly two people there identify. Oh, this is Ignite with Mwangala. Okay, yeah. Can I take a picture? And in my heart, I'm thinking, no. We're at a funeral house. Why would you do that? You know, people tend to think that they know you just because you're on TV. They think they own you. They think they know you. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, let's talk about challenges. What are some of the challenges that you've faced as a woman in the industry?
Well, personally, I have not faced any major challenges, but my interaction with my colleagues, there's quite a number of challenges. One of them is some productions don't pay actors, so it would be nice if, and we don't have a policy per se. Yeah. But there's now a filmmakers guild, and that will be that at least the filmmakers guild can mitigate all the issues that are faced by filmmakers and actors. So the challenge is that some productions don't pay actors. Either don't pay them on time, either don't pay them at all, or even do not pay. They give them peanuts, or streetwise term. You know. Yes.
I thought I'm sitting to a millionaire. I mean, you've acted in Zuba, and now there's this new one coming up,
Black Dollar.
Black Dollar. I'm thinking I'm talking to a multi-millionaire.
Well, at least I've been lucky. The producers I have dealt with, worked with, have paid me.
Okay.
Yes. So
it's good money.
It is good money.
Okay.
But it can be better.
I know.
You know, the industry, the film industry is growing. It's been there for a long time, but never exposed the way it has. Yes, and some of the other challenges is penetration into productions is very, very difficult. You know, there's people who've been acting all their life, and they never really been able to get into the system. The other challenge is about publicity on social media. You know, now here in the country, you do something, the wrong message is sent.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's a challenge, and it's discouraging.
Yeah.
I would like to see a situation where we should be, you know, we should just be given a pat on the back, and we should be appreciated because we are putting the country on the map.
You are. Yeah. Definitely.
We need to be appreciated. I mean, look at me. My acting skill was hidden. It's been brought out. I would love people to encourage me, to give me that boost. You know, to give me a pat on the back and to appreciate.
And not to bring you down. Now let's talk about social media. How do you, I know for you, I mean, you're in the public's eye, you have to watch what you say, you have to watch where you're going, how you dress, everything, what you do. Because even a silly comment, tiny little comment can be, you know, magnified into something big. How do you make sure that you're not in the wrong places? No, you're not saying the wrong things.
Well, like I said, I mean, also my maturity has helped. Yeah. You know, I'm over 40, by the way.
You don't look it, girl. You're over 40?
I am. and also we have to be careful how we respond to the fans, to comments. Just, you know, to play it low. You know, you lose nothing, really. It's painful. There are some comments that are pricking, but then you have to realize that it's not their fault that they see you
that way
on TV, because TV is very impactful. Yeah, and it's not the viewer's fault. It's not the fans' fault.
I like that you say that TV is very impactful.
Extremely impactful.
So we are on Ignite, and let's impact some lives. What do you think? I pray that people that are watching you, you know, watching your story, will be able to pick one or two lessons from your life. Having said that, what are some of the lessons that you've learned from your own personal life? It could be through your challenges, it could be through the industry itself.
Bad decisions. Those have taught me a lesson. So you have to have the right decision, and how do you make the right decision? I think you have to have the right people around you, especially mentors. Yeah. You know, and just get yourself incline yourself. For me, I've inclined myself to the church because also that was inculcated in me by my mother. You know, my mother was a single parent. I lost my dad when I was about between 8 to 9 years old. And she raised 8 of us. I come from a family of 8 girls. So she raised 8 children single-handedly.
8 strong girls.
Yes. So you know, obviously she depended a lot on the Lord.
Yeah.
And inculcated that into us. So that has really helped me. My Christian morals, Christian principles, Christian background has helped me to be the person that I am today.
Powerful. Okay, now talking about mentorship, I think you've talked about mentorship now a couple of times. Who is your mentor? Do you have a mentor now that you're in this industry? I
have a couple of mentors.
Yeah.
My number one mentor is my pastor, Prophetess Mwangala. And along the way, I've met so many. I have mentors in the family. You know, I have mentors that are women that are just my very close friend, much older than I am, but who are helping me to shape me still, because learning does not stop.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, with our experiences, you know, year in, year out, each year that comes, you have occurrences, you have happenings, you have experiences in your life, and you need to have people you can run to for advice.
Perfect. Do you mentor anybody, especially young girls?
I do have young girls, yes. I do mentor.
Okay. Okay, and you expect them to live up to your expectations or to level up to where you are?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I mean, it's always nice to especially, how do you measure your ability to mentor? Is by the turn somebody that's been, you know, you are picking up from the mud, how they turn and switch to become a better person. That measures your ability, or your, you know, to mentor somebody.
Yeah. True. True.
It measures how good you are as a mentor, and it feels good.
Wow, I like that. Now, I know it's not easy to be in front of the cameras. Where do you draw your strength from? Because, you know, I had struggle. Like I said to you, I had those 4 persons I mentioned earlier that helped me. They believed in me, and they kept talking to me, and they kept, you know, assuring me. And I know that I performed badly in the beginning. You know, even when I watch the scenes now, I just think, oh Lord, what happened?
I even want to come back.
Yeah.
Yes, but they helped. I mean, I didn't do it alone. Yeah. The crews on all the sets I've worked on, we work as a team. The directors help, the camera people help, the DOPs, even fellow actors. You know, it's how they also have. I must say I've not had a bad experience. They all understood that I was, and I also have a spirit to learn. You know. It's very difficult for people to have that, to have a learning spirit. You know, be that person that is corrected, that can be corrected. But you know, you find some people are so rigid, they don't even want to be told. I am very open to correction. I'm open to teachings, especially in the industry. I mean, I'm so new, and I would like to still learn more. I am still a baby. Wow. As it is.
Wow, I like that. I mean, the ability to just be able to open yourself and allow people to fill your cup until it overflows.
After all, there's a notion. I worked with one lady. She used to pass this comment. You know, when somebody teaches you something, and you happen to maybe part company, that person, he or she will not say, "Okay, we are parting company. Please give me all the knowledge I gave you." Knowledge is for you. You know, and knowledge is power. The Bible says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." You know, Hosea 4:6. So, you know, you want to be knowledgeable all the time and be abreast. Yes.
I like that. I mean, I just, if I met you today and I saw you on TV, I wouldn't think that you're this. This is something that we're always talking about. You and I, that, you know. So I know that you grew up in a Christian setup, a Christian family. But how do you just still keep connected? How do you remain connected to your creator and still do what you do?
The decision I've made.
Yeah.
And I have my children are not young. My firstborn is 20 years old. So right now I need to lead a life, and to leave a legacy for my children.
Yeah.
So even that drives me and pushes me to be a
right
better
thing.
person, to do the right thing, and to just always try. We are not, nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, Mwangala. I have my flaws.
Yeah.
And I make mistakes. But when I look at my children, that is my driving force, because I owe it to them. Wow. They only have me and me alone to look as a mother to look up to. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your message to the single mothers that are watching you now? I'm sure there are so many that they are wondering.
Well, message number one is that God is our provider.
Yeah.
God is our keeper. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. And just keep strong, push on. It's very tough out there. It's not easy at all. Not easy at all. But we should learn also as a single person to draw strength from somewhere. Anything, any decision, anything that happens to us in our life must start from within. God has given us a free will.
I love that. I want you to hold that thought. Hold that thought, because when we come back, we continue talking about how you draw your strength from within. Because we tend to think that the strength, the power is out there, yet it is within. We take a short break, and when we come back, we continue talking to Ketty Khonje. Don't go away.
To advertise on this program and enjoy amazing introductory rates, please call us on +260 211 290959 or +260 211 290912 or +260 953 538 000. Or send us an email at loyolazam@gmail.com.
Welcome back. If you're joining us now, I am talking to Ketty Khonje, who is an actress. Probably you've seen her in Zuba. Probably you've seen her in other productions that are coming up. But before we talk about the productions, Ketty, I know you're working on a number of other productions. Let's finish off what you started, and I love it so much. You were talking about drawing strength from within. Why do you think people think that, the power is out there and not within?
I guess they don't know.
Yeah.
They are not well read and not well exposed.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says we have to make a decision. God gives us a choice to decide on which path to take.
Yeah.
It's yes or no. It's right or wrong.
It's that simple.
So if you take the yes and you take the right path, then you know what is the next step is to draw strength from the Creator Himself, who brought you and created you, who brought you on the face of this earth.
Wow. Amen. I see. From a banker to an actress, you can be a pastor as well. Now, let's talk about the other production that you're working on. Obviously, not to give us a lot of details, but I know that you did a stint, not even a stint, you had a role in Black Dollar.
I have a role in Black Dollar.
And in that movie, you are actually a thug. Is that right?
I can't give too much information.
I know.
People need to be patient. They should look forward. Black Dollar is going to premiere on the 14th of November.
I know
this year.
Yeah, but I have an idea, and which leads me to my next question. How do you just bring out, for example, you're given a role as a thug. How do you bring out this thugness in you, if there's such a word.
Mwangala, I'm amazed myself. I don't even know how I do it. but the coaches, the film or acting coaches that have helped me, they one of the advice they gave is to watch movies that are in relation to the role that you've been accorded. So my 2 roles that I've done so far, the thug ones, I've had to watch movies like Set It Off, because it has those women that are rough and thuggy. And also the Al Pacino movies, because Al Pacino, you know, these gangsters. Yeah. Most gangsters, if you notice, their right-hand persons are female. And I've looked closely and thought, oh, okay. Yeah. And you see how they do it so well. And you know, thugs and gangsters, they are not rough per se, but they are very soft inside, but bring out a fearful, you know, attitude, fearful character. I mean, to succeed in what they're doing. Exactly. If I'm going to scare you.
And you do it so well. Is that the other side of you that we probably don't know?
That's work.
I like the way you quickly said that's work. I like that. Now let's talk about, obviously when you're given these roles, you have to have a script, you know. How easy is it to memorize a script or to master that script?
You know, obviously when I started, it was not the best of things. But with time and you know, with the help of my colleagues, it's been easy as we go along the way.
Okay. Yeah, but you literally, it's like you've said, it's work. I mean, if you have
work
to do,
and you know, you have to put
in.
Exactly. You have to know that this is work and I have to do it. It's a must do. You have to read your script in advance, understand it, and we are given the opportunity to ask. Yeah. And I mean, they're not so strict. I mean, they are strict in the sense you have to be serious. But it's not like they don't help you. So if you're on set and you forget your lines, there's somebody
to remind
employed specifically just to remind the actors and actresses on their lines.
Has it ever happened to you where you forget a line?
Several times.
Several times. Yeah. So what usually happens? Is it because there's so much to memorize, or
mostly it's because we are underprepared? Oh, so you have to be disciplined enough.
Also, sometimes you just show up not prepared.
You must be prepared.
What's a typical day like on set? If you're on set, what would that look like?
It starts as early as 5 in the morning. And 5 means you have to be seated and being made up, face made, makeup. So you should be picked up. Say, so if your routine or your set call time is 5 o'clock, meaning you should be picked up about 4:30 to make it for 5, and then they prepare you.
And you're in the studio from 5 up to?
It depends on how many scenes you have in a day. It depends on.
So what's the most that one can have? How many scenes can one have?
Even up to 14 scenes.
In a day? So all those 14 scenes simply means there's a script to each one of them, and you have to master.
You have to master.
I mean, you're over 40, so you know what happens when you're over 40. You tend to forget somehow.
Clever.
I like that. You're clever, so you don't forget. Are we acting now on Ignite?
You never know. I'm in front of the camera.
I know.
I'm having a nice time.
That's me, you know, in front of the cameras, I breathe, I come alive. There's just something about the camera, you know. Now, let's talk about, I know you said you're not dating, and I just want to still push there. You still want to date. You're telling me that you would want to get married somehow, you know. What kind of a man are we looking for?
Right now, obviously my decisions on a man from way before and now are different. Yeah. I would look for a companion now. A man that will love me, a man that is prayerful, so somebody we can relate to spiritually, and a man that is that will bring out leadership character. Because I'm a very strong character.
I love that.
You know, so I need a man that is that would
come correct with his leadership
because it's biblical.
Oh wow! Do you have sons?
Unfortunately,
you don't have. You have daughters.
Unfortunately, I'm blessed with daughters.
Okay, so is that what you're teaching them, to be of strong character? So I have sons, which simply means I have to teach my children to come correct with their leadership skills.
Your sons,
as
yes,
men.
yes. The Bible is a perfect guideline.
Yeah.
Because God has given a lot more responsibility to a man. Because it says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. Now, you know, what is the Lord doing there? He's giving the responsibility he has over the world, over his people, over his children. And he's putting that in a man. And the only thing a woman needs to do is to submit.
Exactly.
You know, respect your husband. So he has more responsibility than a woman. So I would like to see that in a man.
Oh wow. Okay. Now I want you to do something. I want you to tell me exactly what you've told me, but I want you to act like you're this mean. You're this.
Why not wait for the movie to come out?
No, of course we're going to wait for the movie to come out, but it's just a few seconds. It's just to show them that you're actually born for this. You've never gone to school for it. So I want you to say to the men that they have to come correct with their leadership skills, because I think that's where they're lacking, and this has a ripple effect. If you see what is happening to a lot of marriages, it's because men are not standing up or honoring up to their responsibilities. So I want you to put some acting skills and talk to the men.
Mwangala, you're putting me on the spot.
I did. I just did that. I just did that.
Mwandini mwe waume mutemwe abakashibeno. Did you want me to act in Bemba?
I like it that way.
Like it?
Yeah, I let it flow.
Mutemwe abakashibeno. Bantu yosho ekipingo kiranda. Kitira tumwamwe afuira ate mu mukashi. Ngesho lesa ate mu ekichi.
I love that. Exactly. So number nish tabale chitref balingro kuchitaba bashitata.
Chikonka with the upbringing.
Upbringing.
Who raised them? How were they raised? What were they taught? Because we are all born blank.
Yeah.
And then somebody has to start filling us with the right information.
Yeah.
You know, and the right, they're leading you to the right path.
Powerful. Now, if you were on your deathbed and God gave you a second chance to live, what are some of the things you would do differently?
I'll definitely serve him more than I do. That's number one.
Yeah.
Serve him more than I do. And I would relate to people differently. Yes, I would be a different person. In the sense, I would the decisions I made would have to be revisited, because there's things that I've done in the past that have come back to haunt me, and so that's where I would turn the hand of time.
And change.
Correct and change.
Are you living a life of regrets?
Not fully. I regret decisions, certain decisions I've made in the past.
Wow.
I'm not living a life of regret, but I regret having made certain decisions that have affected me.
Wow. Okay. Now, what is your message to your fans? I know everybody out there is screaming, "Oh, come and see Moiza!" Is that the one? Yeah. What is your message to them?
People, my message would be: don't give up.
Yeah.
You know, and wherever you are in life, it's not your last place. You just never know which doors God can open. You just never know where the Lord can take you and the people you would meet. You know, we meet people every day. I'm a firm believer to every reason there is a season. To every season there is a reason. So God causes us to cross paths for a reason. I don't take for granted anybody that I meet at all, because I believe there's a reason why the Lord has caused me to cross paths with that person.
Oh, wow.
They are destiny carriers, they are destiny pushers, they are destiny helpers in life.
Oh,
and all that we need to always look out for, seek the wisdom of the Lord. The Bible says that if anyone lacks wisdom, ask it of the Lord. And God gives us wisdom and understanding.
That's so powerful. Ketty, thank you so much for coming on Ignite with Mwangala. I know that you're coming back again to act some more and just to inspire me,
Are you inspired?
I am more than inspired, to inspire me to probably take a role in one of the movies. You just never know.
You see?
Thank you so much. Okay. And all the best.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Never give up, because you just don't know where this life is going to take you. Today you may be at your lowest point, but you just never know what that will birth. This has been Mwangala Chakalashi Santos, and remember to make every day count and join us for yet another exciting episode.